Ballyland early keyboarding software. Play and learn with any key goes. Hi, this is Fia Damsma from Sonokids. Ballyland early keyboarding is a fun beginner's typing game for Windows and Mac computers with a physical QWERTY keyboard. It has different levels and all sorts of ways that you can play and learn with it. The software is available from the Sonokids website at sonokids.org. It is downloaded via a link and then installed on your computer. For a child to play, the computer does not need to be connected to the internet. The specifications for technical requirements of the software can also be found on the Sonokids website. All children love to play with Ballyland. The games specifically provide learning support for young children who are blind or visually impaired, but are also widely used by children with intellectual and general learning disabilities, those with limited motor skills, and children from diverse linguistic backgrounds. This makes the game not only very accessible for individual children, but also a valuable resource for inclusive early childhood education in preschool or at school. In this video, I will demonstrate the use of the Any Key Goes entry level. In one of my other tutorials, you can learn more about the so-called key games levels. So when you open the program, you get this little pop-up icon, and it asks you to click whether you have a numpad or not. And then you come to the song, and the song introduces the 5 Ballylanders. The program itself is very easy to use, and it talks.
On.
So now please continue as soon as the self-voicing starts to speak.
This is the main menu. Use the Tab key to navigate between buttons and press Enter to select the level of your choice. Teachers and parents, click Settings or press Shift+S for important information.
This self-voicing of the program means that it is easy to follow what you need to do, also for children who are visually impaired, non-readers, or those who haven't learned how to read yet. I will now go to the entry-level Any Key Goes by using the Tab key.
Level 1. Any key goes. Press Enter to select.
And children who have difficulty with reaching can also use the spacebar.
Any key goes. Press any key for sounds, stories and songs. Now press any key.
What makes this game special is that children can play and work with this program on their own. The standard functions of the keys are deactivated, so if you press a key you get sounds, stories and songs, and a safe play and learn environment to explore. So here we go. Now I will press the A.
Brushing teeth.
And the R.
A clock.
All the keys of the keyboard produce familiar, everyday, easy to recognize sounds. And only one sound is played at a time, so even if a full hand is used to hit the keyboard, only the first key will give a response. So you don't have to be afraid that a cacophony of sounds will result. Children who play with the game can explore the keys and find a sound effect they really like. For instance, this one.
A horse.
And then try and find it again.
A horse.
I did it. So, hey, if they find 2 keys that make the same sound, what does that mean? For instance, this one is the control key.
Coughing.
And now I find a different key in a different location.
Coughing.
If it makes the same sound, it must be the same key, and that's true because the control key is there twice on the keyboard. You may wonder why we haven't used a motor sound for the M, for instance. Well, first of all, we wanted to include all the keys, not just the letters. And children who are blind need to mentally map the keys on the keyboard and memorize their location. To assist them in this process, the game not only creates a sound landscape for all to safely explore, but the sounds are also organized around the structure of the keyboard. Categories of sounds correspond with categories of keys. I'll give you an example. All the numbers are stories and songs. So if children find all the stories, then they have discovered the numbers keys. Let's try this one, number 7.
Ballyland is fun today. All the animals are out to play. There's the dog and the tiny frog, a bird in the tree, a buzzing bumblebee. Ballyland is good today. All the animals want to play. Cow and the pig, the elephant so big, the cat and the ducks, the chicken that chucks. Ballyland is great today. All the animals will play.
And if you're wearing headphones, then these sounds are really swirling around your head. It really increases the fun of this song and the other sound effects as well. It's not necessary, but it's really great. Another category is made up by the F1 to F12 keys. Now, of course, a 3-year-old doesn't need to learn about those function keys yet. But finding all the musical instruments also means locating all the keys at the very top of the keyboard, the F1 to F12 keys. And future formal keyboarding skills can be built on this understanding.
Come on, press a key.
All right, so I will do the F1 for instance. F6 and F12. The letter
triangle.
The letter keys are sounds from in and around the house. Punctuation keys are animals, and other function keys are human sounds. This design of the game allows children who are blind to develop foundation keyboarding and keyboard mapping skills that will benefit their future use of assistive technology. So to repeat what I said before, this game is specifically designed to put a child in control and to enable him or her to play independently, explore, have fun and learn. While one child really loves a specific sound and keeps repeating it, another may have a negative association with a sound. The child's free interaction with this game can provide you as parent or teacher with an unexpected insight into certain understandings and interpretations, which may offer an opportunity for you to further the child's cognitive development. Also, if you as a parent or teacher provide some guidance, more learning can be achieved. This also works well in play situations together with other children, such as an older sibling. For example, you can encourage the child to press a key and describe the sound, like we just did with the R. Say
A clock.
And now the child already says it to me as well, the self-voicing. You can adjust this time so that the child can identify and name the sounds before you hear the spoken description by the program. That's in the settings of the Any Key Goes. Speech therapists and occupational therapists have successfully used the Ballyland program to support children's speech development and auditory processing. You can also add another layer of learning by giving the child the opportunity to interact with tactile objects that are connected to the sounds or the stories, such as toys or mini models. Build a tower like in one of the stories. Or let the child explore a balloon and feel how air escapes. And then press N.
A balloon lets air out.
Or M.
A balloon pops.
Or bring in a glass and a spoon and make the glass sing. or press P.
A glass sings.
Now we're not suggesting that you should drop a plate, but if you are really keen, then go for it. Or maybe just press the Z or Z to get the effect.
A plate smashes.
And to come back to those keys at the top with the musical instruments, if children enjoy playing with them, they could also try and play with a real instrument. Some children like and repeat the human sounds. This is a wonderful video of a young girl with special needs who enjoys Ballyland. She stays engaged for longer, can play it by herself, and is very capable to repeat her favorite sound, which makes her laugh every time. There are special computer keyboards that represent the same categories of keys of the Any Key Goes game by different colors. Such a keyboard works very nicely together with the Ballyland early keyboarding software for children with normal or low vision. Lastly, but importantly, 5 keys produce the signature sounds of the Ballyland characters. These are the escape key,
Babaloony.
the enter key,
Tinkleball.
spacebar,
Bollycopter.
the left arrow key,
Squeaky.
and the right arrow key.
Wheelie.
And if you've listened to the song, then you will recognize these. But children who already know the Ballylanders from the iPad games will be even more excited to find these sounds on the keyboard. And being able to locate these 5 keys on the keyboard is extra relevant for children who are blind or visually impaired, as these are important keys for their future use of screen reader assistive technology. And to reinforce this use, these keys will return in the fun key games. But I will tell you more about that in another tutorial. Thank you for your attention.